What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. Let's get into this whole situation. Let's talk about basketball wives. Okay, Mary Jane TV creations in the building. Let's get to, Brandy basically being messy when it comes to Ty. Brandy saying that she's cute. I never heard Brandy say any of the other ladies' husbands were cute or whatever. But in any event, since they're going to Vegas for Jen's wedding, Jen's actually going to get married at the Justice of Peace and things of that nature. But we got Brandy being messy and putting Ty on the van with her. Okay, then asking Ty to carry her bags inside the van and everything. Okay, now Brandy is basically making these girls feel a certain type of way, giving them a reason to hate on her, giving them a reason to side with Evelyn. Okay, because right now Evelyn believes that this is her show. Okay, and if you don't defend her, if you don't fall in line with her, you're going to pay the consequences. Okay, but in any event, we got Brandy being messy for no reason, okay? And then also Brandy basically planning, Evelyn's birthday party. Since when did they become BFF like events? So Brandy let the girls know, hey, y'all, I invited Jennifer to come to the house. And then, Brandy doesn't want Jennifer to feel left out or whatever the case, or she getting iced out, because we know how this goes. You don't get invited to the events, even though it is Evelyn's birthday weekend. She tells the girls that, hey, listen, I invited Jennifer to come to the house. And Evelyn's like, first of all, why are you inviting her to come to the house? You know what I mean? This is my birthday, and then Brandy, she responded with a quick clap back and was like, this is your birthday's tomorrow. Your birthday's not today. I felt bad. I wanted to have her come because I felt bad for her, because she feels like, okay, this girl's about to be iced out. It starts here. She's not invited to the house or whatever the case may be, or whatever it is. But, Brandy shouldn't even invite Jennifer. It is what it is, because now she's getting all the smoke. She got Shawnee hating on her again. And now she got Evelyn, got the girls all side-eyeing her. We got Jackie daughter jumping into the situation. You know what I mean? She's saying that she don't want to be not like her mama, but she got the drama going just like her mama. And she's the one that's outspoken and going back to back with Brandy. I guess Brandy needs the smoke. Brandy's asking for the smoke. But right now, Brandy and Jennifer is the storyline of people crashing out on them. Okay. So it is what it is. So Ming feels a certain type of way. Ming is dating, Ty, which is Mimi's ex or whatever the case may be. And Drew from Real Housewives of Atlanta might have tasted some of that, but they was on the phone for 36 hours, child. Okay. Or 50 hours or whatever the case is. But in any event, so we got this whole situation. So Ming is like, why would you even invite her? Ming gonna jump in the situation because she feels like Brandy's coming at her about her makeup, coming at her trying to get with Ty, flirting with Ty, whatever the case may be. And plus, Ming don't have a storyline. Is Ming Asian? Why her name Ming? But in any event, so she gonna take a shot or a jab at Brandy quick, fast, in a hurry anytime that she feels like. Even though Ming came on the show with Jennifer, Ming is just, doing what it do, especially because Ty and Evelyn are cool and they met in the DMs. I wonder if it was just friendship, or was Ty trying to holler at Evelyn, or was Evelyn trying to holler at Ty? Who knows? Any event, moving on from that situation. And so just wanted to invite her, and Ming was like, why why would you plan a birthday party while there's a wedding going on? Like, what's going on, girl? And that's the case. Like, girl, why would you? But she did it anyway, to be messy, or to feel like she's getting into Evelyn's situation, as far as being cool with Evelyn and letting her know that there's no ill will, that I'm going to Jennifer's wedding. As like people walking around on eggshells, like, let's just seclude ourselves from Jennifer, because Jennifer's dating a bad man. How many people dated a bad man? How many people dated a man that was no good and the whole world told them, but they still kept dating that man? Okay, is that a reason for her to lose her job? Is that a reason for her to get iced out? Is that a reason for everybody to not want to talk to her because she don't want to let the man go? There's plenty of women that do this. You just got to give them time to let him go. You got to let them see it. Okay, you got to just pick them up when they fall, when it's all over with and everything is gone, and they lost the best years of their lives, and they lost their money, they lost everything, they've been embarrassed, they're shocked, they're horrified, they need somebody's shoulder to cry on. You just cry, let them cry on your shoulders. But in any event, so we got this whole situation going on. It's like, okay, so now the ladies are all upset with Brandy. You have Denise, she's basically upset with Brandy too as well. And, she's team totally Evelyn. She's team totally Evelyn, even though Brandy's wrong, but they're acting like that, like this girl done crashed out the end of the world, like it's over, it's done, it's finito. And it's just like, come on, y'all. It ain't that big of a deal. But in any event, they feel a certain type of way towards Brandi. Then Brandi was supposed to be bringing some tacos or making some tacos, and she's not able to make them tacos, okay, because she didn't bring her seasoning. Like, come on, Brandi, what's going on? And so we got Ming basically making fun of Brandi, like, as far as that she can't cook, she don't season her food, and blase and the third. But we also know when it comes to Brandi, her father, really didn't like her food when she started this whole cook line thing and making food and preparing things and making a cookbook. Her father was like, that food was dry or it wasn't seasoned or something of that nature. And so we now got Ming taking shots, and Ming was like, well, I brought you some seasoning. And Brandy's feeling a certain type of way. She's feeling like Ming is trying to hurt her business because she's trying to promote, her potware, dishware, stuff, ovenware, and then also food and things of that nature. Like, she can cook recipes and stuff like that. And she feels like Ming is taking shots at her. And the Ming was like, I ain't taking shots at you. You said, girl, you forgot your seasoning. And Ming was like, did you bring your seasoning? She said, no. She said, well, I brought some seasoning for you, girl. Okay. And they just laugh at Brandi. Like, right now, Brandi is the butt of the jokes because Jennifer's kind of like, on the outskirts of the show, and Brandi's in the skirts of the show, and she ain't well liked, so she's getting the heat. And then plus that she does things for people, she gives people a reason not to like her, so it is what it is. And so Brandi is feeling the heat this season, child. So in any event, you got that whole situation going on. And then we got Jennifer. She's in the car with Kristen because they're going to go to the Justice of the Peace, say I do, blase in the third, and sign a piece of paper. But he got a beef with, Brandi. He feeling a certain type of way about Brandi. He feel like Brandi's fake. Brandi's siding with Evelyn. Brandi's doing this. And Jennifer was like, I talked to her. Everything's all good. Blase in the third. So Jennifer's going to go to the birthday house, which none of the girls want her to be at the birthday house. Outside of, Jackie and Brandi. The rest of the girls don't want her there, especially Evelyn. And everybody's fighting Evelyn battle. Since when did Evelyn needed somebody to fight her battle? Like, she wants these girls to fight her battle, stick up for her, argue with, Jennifer's, aunt-in-law. Like, and then the girls basically not letting Evelyn say anything because they're basically doing the most because they're feeling a certain type of way about Brandi bringing or inviting Jennifer to the house. So it is what it is. We have Chantel, we have Denise, and Brittany. They're all in the room, and basically they're feeling a certain type of way about Brandi. They're calling Brandi out because she invited Jennifer. You have Denise saying that basically Brandi is a friend to everybody, which means that you're a friend to none, all good quotable. And then we have Brittany basically saying she's a friend to everybody, means she's a friend to none. So it is what it is. And Chantel, she feels a certain type of way, and she's like the one that's most angry about it and more, vocal to speak to Brandi about it. Like, she tells her mother to chill out. She tells her mother she's doing too much. But girl, you don't think you're doing too much? You don't think that you're taking on Evelyn's battle? Let Evelyn be upset about it. You know what I mean? You and Jennifer ain't beefing. You don't know Evelyn and Jennifer like that. So therefore, you should stay neutral. But at this point in time, she done already picked sides, and she's on, Evelyn's side as far as, she need a storyline. So therefore, she's going to come after the weakest link, which the big two head honchos don't like, and that is Brandi and Jennifer. And then on top of that, Shawnee and Evelyn gonna roll together. So the girls is like, we gonna fall in line. We gonna be on the right side of history, on the right side of things. And so then Brandi hears all this commotion going on, and she was like, Ming, what's the problem? Like, what's going on? And Ming was like, oh, well, you came to talk about me about my makeup. You was confronting me. And so, Ming had on a full face of makeup. She got her makeup done. She jumped in the car, with Brandi. Brandi was like, oh, you got your makeup done? Like, you don't really, like, almost insinuating she didn't really need to get her makeup done, or she had like a little attitude with it. But it was no big deal for Ming to keep carrying on this fake beef, like Ty said. But in any event, it is what it is. And so, Brandi was like, I don't even know what I said. I wasn't dissing you. I love makeup. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Brandi did have on a full face of makeup in that van when she said she didn't, but she did. So now they're gonna take this a whole nother route. Really don't need to go anywhere, but it's gonna go somewhere. And so now the ladies are out there in the living room talking about Brandi. Brandi comes down like, what's the problem? What's going on? And then we got Chantel. She's basically feeling a certain type of way, like, your attitude, we could have got through this conversation if you wasn't, being, ignorant or being rude or having a temper tantrum, whatever you was doing. And so then Brandi was like, I'm tired. I'm finished. I'm through. And then, then Chantel was like, well, then go to sleep if you're tired, whatever. So Chantel Chantel, she's sticking up you. But you see Denise, she's being quiet. Denise ain't even getting in because she's gonna wait to figure out which side she need to jump on. Okay. And so now we going back and forth. Ming and Brandy's going back and forth. Chantel's going back and forth with Brandy. Brandy was like, okay, sweetheart, what you want to talk about, Chantel? What do you want to, okay, sweetheart, baby, what you want to talk about? And Chanel was like, I ain't your sweetheart, I ain't your baby. Don't be, saying I'm not going to be too many sweethearts. And Brandy goes, listen, you don't got to check me. I'm not your child nor your mother. So basically Brandy's saying, Chantel, you be on here talking about your mother, disrespecting your mother, calling your mother out, doing all that. You ain't going to do that to me because I'm not Jackie, okay? And so everybody's like, woo, ha, he. So you got that whole situation going on. So it seems like Brandi and Jennifer are going to be ace boon coons, and they're going to be fighting a battle, okay? Because you already know when you go against the grain, you're going to lose your paycheck, and all types of, things are going to come out about you. People going to come up. It's going to be all types of information out there about you. Receipts here, receipts there. So you got that whole situation going on. Look, I mean, we have Evelyn. She's coaching Jackie and telling Jackie, stay away from, that whole situation with Jennifer. She ain't gonna learn because Jackie's like, did Christopher pay? Did he pay the money to your auntie and all this other good stuff? And all the other people, she was like, no. So if I was you, I would stay out of it. Basically telling Jackie to stay quiet and be on my team and don't listen to what Jennifer and Christian has to say because they ain't paying the money. So stay on the right side of history, Jackie. And because Jackie has been meeting with Christian, she's met with Jennifer. She's getting the side of the story. She is okay with Jennifer coming to the house because Jackie said she don't want Jennifer to feel like nobody want her around because we know how this goes. It's gonna be an iced out.